Hello there. So done a lot of setting today. I don't intend to do much more. I might do a little bit later on, but at the moment I'm finished. So what I'll do is show you what I've set. Hopefully some good progress made. Well, if and when they germinate anyway, that's the intention. So having a look around here, thinking what I'm going to do, planning on making this polytunnel and the garden the most productive it's been, you know, with regards to growing your own. That's the plan anyway. So I thought I'd just have a little chat and show you where I'm up to, and just do a little bit of a taking stock really. So as you know, I'm using these trays. Well, I say they're not trays, are they? They are the insides of what do you call it, miniature greenhouses with the shelves. They would have the you know, the green plastic cover over them, but and they make great shelves, although you've got to be careful because obviously when you water, you know, these aren't galvanised or anything, and they do rust, so just be aware of that. But these shelves, they're going to be gone soon. They're going to be put outside, so very happy, you know, when they're outside, and that will then allow me more growing space down here. So what I intend to have is a lot of melons growing, a lot of, you know, maybe some tomatoes and some more exotic plants. Quite happy about. I'm really looking forward to that. So you can see the blood orange here is looking, you know, it's looking spiffing really. I'm just so happy with it. And the pomegranate's coming on well. I can see the new growth. I could see the persimmon here starting to bud up with the you know, the extra warmth in the polytunnel certainly helps to bring things on a little bit quicker, so that's very nice. The autumn royal grapevine is, you know, it's growing, you know, it's coming out here, and I want it to be, yeah, it's coming out up to there, so I'll probably have to cut it off here. But the you know, the plan is for this to trail over the polytunnel, and I really want to make this a little tropical sort of I don't know, microcosm, is that the word? You know, small part, something that's small, part of a world. Look it up. But that's what I'm planning. The peach has not set as many peaches as it did last year. You can see a few here and a few here, and I noticed a few at the back. I'm not surprised about that. I mean, it's been productive, you know, year on year, and I can't expect it to keep being that productive really. So you know, that I'll be grateful for any peaches really, but you know, still coming on quite well there, so I'm very happy about that. The mango we'll ignore. The tea plant's looking very healthy, so I'm happy about that. Now the melons, now I did say this could happen. I set these out the other day. Eden's Gem, they're looking good. These ones over here, you know, yeah, you can see they're not faring so good. That's my fault. Forgive me here, I didn't water them for a few days. I got so busy working in other people's gardens, and I forgot to water them. And the fact that we had some overnight frosts as well, which may have penetrated in here, certainly didn't help. So but you know, I like to show you people the mistakes I make, and you know, I'm quite open about things, you know, that I do here. So you know, end of the day, things go wrong in gardening, and you know, we expect that. This kale that I grew in some pots here, this is going to be going to seed soon, or grown in a pot. Going to be harvesting these and cooking the leaves before they go to seed. So anyway, the geraniums down there, you know, you look at those, they're looking really good. I'm very happy. They're going to be flowering. And they'll be going outside into the garden soon, so that will be more space. So all along here is going to be my exotic plant growing section. So yep, very chuffed. And the grapevine, you may remember I set this is variety Lakemont Seedless or Muscat Blanc from a cutting I took. That's starting to, you know, leaf out, so give that 2-3 years, certainly within, you know, 4 or 5 years it'll be very productive. And I'm going to grow it all up here as like a standard grapevine, and in this, you know, in the shape of a standard. And what I want this to be very productive little grape corner here. So yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to. It looks like I'm going to be getting a beautiful crop of gooseberries this year. This is variety Invicta, and it was being grown in a pot, but I've decided to put it in the garden. And you can see it's got loads and loads of fruit on here. So, you know, I'm very happy with how that has progressed. And these gooseberries here, which were uprooted during the dry hot spell last summer, which, you know, totally the wrong time of year to uproot them, but it had to happen. And in fact they've recovered, and you know, some of them have got little flowers on and will have fruit. We've got a bit of a fungal disease on that one, but that's, you know, that's not the end of the world. I'm not gonna... Is that fungal disease? Yeah, I think it is, but I'm not going to stress too much over that. At the end of the day, these things are done so well to survive, and more, you know, productivity regarding fruit on here. So brilliant. I'm not quite so sure if I'm going to be getting fruit on these currant bushes. There's one here and there's one here as well, but I'm not, you know, I'm not so worried about that. Raspberries are going to be good as well. We can see there's going to be fruit there. Very, very happy. And this spinach that I've got growing in amongst, this is going to be going to seed soon when it warms up, which, you know, hopefully won't be too long now. The previous year's spinach and kale and Swiss chard and things like that tend to go to seed. That's like the part of their cycle, if you will. So yep, going to be, you know, losing those soon. My winter squashes, my Victor, right, there you go. Yeah, they're starting to green up a little bit now, so that's they're absorbing the nutrients from the soil. But I'm still going to be keeping them under these just for the next few nights, because still relatively chilly at night, and yeah, that's starting to green up. You know, so I'm happy really with them being underneath these pots there. That one's looking lovely, so yeah, they can romp all over the garden if they want to at you know, later in the year. I'm not particularly, yeah, that's fine as well. So yeah, lovely jubbly, hokey cokey, pickety pokey. There you go. I'm going to be getting some currants. Lovely. Yep, so the Worcester pearman's starting to leaf out now. Yeah, we're going to be getting a little bit of a few apples off of here. I'm not particularly... The prune, that doesn't look so healthy there. Probably going to be getting some apples this year, so yeah, that's nice. And down here as well, the Taberry, look at that, gorgeous. It's going to have fruit on it. They fruit on last year's growth. If I come along here, new vine I set, how's that looking? That's alive anyway so far. I've got a green bit there. My graft, I showed you this the other day, it's going to have fruit on it. Jubilee plum, we discussed this. Fruit as well, hopefully. Pears, looking good. Yep, should be getting some fruit off of that. We've got these curled leaves, that could be to do with stuff living in amongst here. But I'm not, yeah, there is, but I'm not going to be stressing too much over things like that. So I'll show you what I've set today. And you know, if you saw the video earlier, the bitter melons I've set and the snake beans. Spoke a lot about those today, so they're going to be going inside soon. What have we got here? Market More cucumbers, prickly outdoor cucumbers, a great thing to grow, can't recommend them highly enough. Climbing French beans, there you go, set those in there. Ooh, turn the on camera, make you feel seasick. I've set some more melons for the polytunnel, Collective Farm Women, Sweet Granite, Eden's Gem, 5 Desserts, Petit Gris d'Oran, and this Romania one, Sizet Sepi F1, however you say it. And I've also set some Kalalu, Jamaican spinach, I believe, used very much in Caribbean cookery and stir fries and things. So isn't that fantastic? The grape growing up, the pot here, in the pot rather, is looking, you know, looking good. It's going to be leafing out soon, and I'm probably going to be moving these pots with flowers in. And I'm probably going to be you know, growing some, maybe some tomatoes up here or something up this south-facing, warm-ish facing wall. It does get very warm here, so it's great for grapes, you know. And to the vegetable patch. So yeah, the beetroot I planted out is doing well. Broad beans are doing well. I set some kale in here, protection from the birds with this cloche, that's looking cool. And today I planted out a load of spinach and Swiss chard here, so this is going to be very productive. And you know, because I don't have massive, you know, acres of space for growing stuff, and probably the majority of you out there watching this don't either. I know they're set close together, but I like to keep this patch very productive of perpetually regrowing bits and bobs, and that's the aim, you know. And this is a little technique that I've employed. Now, it doesn't look very impressive, this one, but I put a load of them squashes out here the other night, and they're under all this frost protection. They're starting to green up a bit now from where they went a bit sort of bad looking due to using up the nutrients in their soil, in the compost in the pots that they were growing in. But they're starting to green up a bit now. That one's lovely, look. And just keep them nice and warm under here, you know, just till this cold spell goes. And what will happen is these squash plants are going to get absolutely huge, and I'm really happy, and I hope they do. I want them to romp all over the show. That's what I really want, you know. I really don't mind if it all gets engulfed here in squashes, now squash plants. Now, a lot of you are going to say, well, why are they going to grow over everything? Well, the way I think of it is they will be gone by the sort of late autumn, and the spinach will